Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey here. And, well, right now it's Monday, December 4th at 22:35 in the evening Eastern Time. And this was much to my surprise. I had talked with, get that thing off the bottom of my picture. Oh, I'm yakking at you. The little blurry stuff. I had been talking with Tony Pincham here. Well, so I called him around 2:45 my time, 14:45 Eastern time, and he'd said earlier, give me a buzz, around he'd be on around 3:30, 14:30 my time. And so I did, and so we talked. I don't know. I assume we talked for about 2 or 3 hours. I don't know, like we usually do. I have to go back and check the Skype log to see how long we talked. But then the next thing I knew, I woke up in bed, and I was in bed, properly in bed. Thank you very much. Not just passed out, sort of like somewhere. No, I was in bed. Had the covers tucked up. And I gotta go take a leak. Which means, Joe, I've been in bed for about a couple, 3 hours. And so I went in and took a leak, and then I sort of wandered out. And I thought, well, I actually feel pretty fresh. And I got looking, and I thought it was like, 10 o'clock. Well, it turned out it was 2200. You're, on Monday night, December 4th. I didn't realize at the time, so I had to go. I had to go look. It was dark out. If the sun's out, you don't know what the hell's going on. That's a good adage. If the sun's not out, you don't know what the hell's going on. Write that on your wall, everybody. If the sun's not out, you know what's going on. So anyway, so okay, all right, so I ran through my email real fast, and there, generally, like, so you had like 12 ads and like one significant one, and that was from my son. He was telling me about his mother's situation in the hospital. Well, I thought, at this point it was like, it was after 10:30. I said, well, I'll just see if I can get hold of him. And so first I tried to get hold of his cell phone, and he wouldn't answer his cell phone. And so I tried to text him, and he wouldn't text me back. Okay. I thought, well, fuck, I'll just call their damn house phone. And I almost never call their house phone. Okay. Well, I guess he and his wife were in bed and all this stuff as married couples do. And I understand that. But, just talk to your fucking dad, I don't think he'll be able to talk to his mother much longer. Talk to your dad. Don't blow me off. Now, if it had been 11, would I have called him? No, I would not have called him at 11. Fuck no. But it's 10:30. It's come on, even when I was practicing medicine, I went to bed, if I went to bed about the same, I admit that. I admit that. But just get up and talk to your dad, Oh, So I hung up on him. I've only done that a couple times. Well, he deserved it this time. Because he started giving me a ration of shit, way out of line. Yeah, don't do that. It's not you make the call, it's like I make that call. I would not have called you had I not thought that it was important to talk with you about what was going on, about things. And as such, you cut me off by getting into an attitude problem. Here's an idea. Don't get into an attitude problem. I had other things on my mind too, but you cut me off from that, didn't you? No, I'm not being a cunt about that. I'm just merely saying you get a bunch of tude going on and acting on it early on, you eliminate a lot of opportunities. And if you ever decide to, leave this nice job you've got, and it is a great job, despite all its crap, if you carry that along to the next one, you are going to have significant problems. I'm telling you this is somebody who was fortunate enough to only have to have one job. And then I thought, what the hell am I going to do if I lose this one? Anyway, there's some talk of extubating his mother tomorrow. So we'll see. I don't know what they're going to be left with, which is what I wanted to talk about, but I didn't get a chance to talk about that with him, did I? No, I did not, because he was full of tude. I thought I was on the streets of like the hood or something with all the tude I was getting. I'm not even going to fucking answer that. Let's see what we got here. Oh, maybe I will. Hello, hang on a minute. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Oh, I thought we might try this again.
I thought we might as well.
All right.
Good. Anyway, I'll shut up, but not for long.
That's fine. Just if you ask me a question, please at least let me answer it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh well, my interest is what is her head like?
Well, and again, that's what I was trying my best to describe to you. I mean,
well, no, you weren't. No, you were pissed because I had awakened you and your wife.
No, I was pissed because you keep interrupting me.
Well, honey, don't be a woman about that. That's just, you and I have known each other for a long time, and that's how I discuss with stuff, and that's how you discuss stuff with me too.
I completely appreciate that. I just, my perception is that it's like the last week, it's been really bad.
I know,
really bad.
I know it is, but don't be a cunt with me. Don't be a woman with me.
All right, please don't hang up on me and say fuck you again.
Well, but don't treat me like that again. How's that?
I appreciate that.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Okay.
You gotta at least try to listen to my answers, please.
Well, I'm trying to listen now.
All right, I'm ready. You want to know what her head's like?
Yes, sir. I do. Yeah.
Okay, so my best guess is that once you get out of her, once we get her out of some kind of a fucking institution, she'll be back to where she was before. Now that wasn't great, but at least that was, paying my own bills, cooking my own food, wiping my own ass.
So what is your definition of an institution?
Like anything not her house.
Okay. Do you think that's ever going to happen?
No, I don't. I really don't.
There you go. All right.
So I mean that's where we are. It's difficult because I have these conversations with her, and half the time she's lucid and clearly understanding me, and then 10 minutes later she's clearly fucking in La La Land. And the problem is that she's trying to talk over the tube, which you can't understand what she. You can't understand anything.
Take a syringe and let the cuff down.
Well, she keeps fucking. She keeps pointing at shit in the room.
Actually, you cut the tape, and she could, if she could man up, she could pull that fucking tube out.
Well, I mean, we're going to find out. I was surprised to find out today.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I had to burp.
That's all right.
I was surprised to find out today
Yeah.
that they're thinking that they may be able to extubate as soon as tomorrow. Personally, I'm surprised that it's that soon, but okay.
No, the way you've been describing it the last couple of days, I'm surprised they've sat on this long. Frankly.
Well, I was kind of thinking it'd be more like Wednesday, Thursday, but hey, fine, let's whatever.
Well, the faster the better on this. If she actually can breathe without the tube, I mean, well, it's just from the standpoint. Plus, that funky smell you were smelling the other day, that's Proteus from her tracheobronchial tree.
Well, so that's an interesting observation. That's an interesting thought.
Well, that's what it smells like. Proteus smells like a roadside men's toilet.
Well, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So, I commented to the resident.
See, I knew you wanted to talk to me.
Yesterday.
I knew you wanted to talk to me.
I told him. I said, I've smelled the smell from her exhalation before in her house.
Yeah.
In her house.
Well, so
and, and he was kind of like, well, okay, And I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna just take my word for it, bud. I'm like, So sometimes the people to talk to are these fucking RNs, because these RNs see this shit.
Well, some of them are good, some of them aren't. Yeah,
right. Well,
yeah.
I talked to one of the better ones today, the one taking care of her
Don't
today,
get that
the day
old
shift.
white shit. Yeah.
And she's like, well, let me just pull up some shit here. And so, the cultures came back on her sort of, I guess, her sputum sample.
Yeah.
And it, sure enough, it tested positive. So there's some strep in there.
Well,
and so I'm
strep
wondering
everywhere.
if that's what the smell is.
Well, there's strep everywhere, but I mean.
Well, down inside her fucking lungs.
Well.
And I just kind of wonder if that's now theoretically she's exhaling out through a tube. But
Well, yeah, no. I strep generally doesn't stink that much, because. But yeah, it can, sure, of course. Yeah.
Well, but Dad, her house. There are times where I've walked into her house, and she's in the house. The whole fucking house has smelled the same smell.
Well, no, I understand that. I mean, that's kind of different than if you walk in.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I don't know.
Well, it means that she's got crap that is now infecting her tracheobronchial tree. I worked around this. I will tell you right now. I have had my face down in the open tracheas of a number of people that had serious fucking tracheobronchial tree infections, and I've also had my head up people's assholes. I've also, assisted people who were cut open who had dead bowel. The most foul-smelling stuff I've ever smelled is getting my face down in the tracheobronchial tree stuff of people, coming down head on. Meaning I have my head. There is nothing more foul, and it's almost always Proteus. That's why I said Proteus.
Well, we shall see.
Well, did you shall?
Yeah, indeed we shall. Yeah. So,
and also bear in mind, the great thing about the tracheobronchial tree is it's a really fucking thick wall. It doesn't necessarily get right into the damn bloodstream until way, 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 way late. Until you're really, 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 really debilitated.
Well, this is the weird smell at this point is.
That's a great connection, by the way.
The least of my problems.
Well,
so we'll find out. So
understand. Would you like me if they're going to extubate? Would you like me to be there?
Well,
No, I'm not. I'm not going to go down there voluntarily. There's no damn well I'm going to do that. And I'm not. But if you want me to be there, I will be glad to. You come up, pick my ass up. I will be glad to be there.
Well, the way they're sounding.
Yeah.
The way they're sounding.
Yeah.
And, God forbid I talk to any one fucking human being.
Yeah.
But the way they're sounding is you may just go ahead and do this fucking thing.
Well,
and then kind of let me know.
Right. Well.
Now she was breathing off the vent. I think I emailed this to you.
Yeah, you said that.
She was breathing.
But
she had a little bit of pressure support.
She's got positive and expiratory pressure. I'm sorry, I'm jumping in on top of you, but I know about this because this is how I manage people. So don't cut it. Don't give me any shit about that. Just don't give me any shit about that. I know a lot more about this crap than you do.
Yes, of course, Dad. No one's questioning that.
All right. Well,
no one's questioning your
okay.
credentials.
Yeah, and don't
questioning your manners.
Well, fuck. I've got.
There's a difference.
Well, here's some manners. Fuck you. I know more about manners than you're ever gonna fucking know because I used to be fucking go out and cut my own fucking switch because if I made a transgression. Did I ever make you do that?
Are you listening to yourself right now?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. In fact, yes, I am.
Listen.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to have a conversation, or do you want to talk about you?
No. I'm trying very hard not to talk about me. I'm trying very hard not to about me.
So bottom line is, here's the deal, man. I think they're just gonna pull this fucking trach.
Well, we need to be there.
Well,
you need to be there.
Well, here's the thing. I think they think she can breathe off the trach.
Well, it sounds like she can from what you've been saying.
Off the trach. That's an incorrect tube. I think they're going to pull the tube.
Yes.
I think they're extubate her.
Yes.
And I think they think she's going to breathe off the tube. And they're just thinking that they'll give me a call when she can.
Well, no. There's going to be that. I think you ought to be there to witness. There's going to be about a half hour there where there's some suffering and struggling. But I think if she's as mean and nasty as you're saying she is right now, she'll probably soldier on.
I concur. In fact, I think what's going to happen is they're going to pull this fucking tube.
Yeah.
And she's going to soldier on for quite a while. And I think what's going to happen is then they're going to say, all right, well, she's going to die. Let's call him. I'm
sorry.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to take a fucking day off work unless you know what I mean? Like.
No, I understand. No, of course. Let me just get an "I told you" say in. You were given a fucking chance on this about 7 days before to not have her on the vent, even after the tube was in and she was on the vent.
Well, yes, but I was advised by all the docs on hand to hold off.
Who? Toot the docs?
Every doc I talked to said, let's give her a few days. Let's give her a few days.
A few days of snow, a few days? Okay.
So that's what we did.
I hope to God that you don't pussy out on me. I pray to God you don't pussy out on me. Please, dear Lord, don't let Thomas pussy out on me. Please, dear God, do not pussy out on me.
Well, again, this particular situation isn't about you.
No, but
You've made your position very, very clear.
But it's a prelude. It's a prelude. I have seen the future, and I've seen.
Let me give you.
Yeah, and I will finish my thought. Thank you very much. I have seen a long-term ventilator. Okay, thank you. Very hard. Okay,
right, well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
There isn't going to be any long-term ventilator. There's not going to be any tracheostomy.
Well, there's not going to be any tracheotomy. I'll tell you that right now.
There's not going to be. I'm talking about Mom, not you.
Oh, okay.
And maybe you, obviously you do, but there's not going to be any tracheostomy. I've got a DNR on her.
I know you did that. I know.
I told them that if you extubate her, you were not to put the tube back in.
Yeah.
So they understand, and it was confirmed to me today by one of the docs.
Yeah.
We understand what her wishes are, which are my wishes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
That if they extubate her,
yeah,
and she fucking dies, then that's it.
Well, yes.
So that's the best I can do. The bitch of the bunch is they called me sort of mid CPR in the second round, and I was literally seconds away. I said stop, and then the guy said, "Oh, we got her back." I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. See, so it was the second round that did it, and
had this woman. So this is the point that I really want to make.
Yes, sir.
Regarding you, bringing this round back to you.
Yes.
This is, had this woman had any paperwork on file with me?
Yeah.
Like what do you call it? I don't know, fucking living.
Oh, yeah. But I'll tell you, I fucked around with that so many times with my mother, and none of it seemed to work. So I pretty much don't have any hope on that one or the other. But yes.
I tell you right now, if you have very, very specific wishes,
yeah.
Like having gone through this now with Mom,
yeah.
The absolute best fucking thing,
yeah.
you could have for me,
yeah.
If you're in this situation,
yeah.
is to have this shit on paper, so I
yeah.
can say, look, dudes,
yeah.
here you go.
I know, but
this
see,
is what he wants.
Yes, I understand that, but most hospitals and all the hospitals I've ever dealt with, particularly all the hospitals I've dealt with my mother, is that you could have all of the the state of Ohio paperwork filled out, as my mother did, but it doesn't mean squat to a lot of these hospitals unless you fill out their own hospital paperwork.
Yeah.
And so
if I had power of attorney with Mom,
that's
my point. Like had she given me kind of like a durable power of attorney,
well, there's durable power.
Done all that shit,
well,
and then this shit would have been.
Well, even durable power. Even my sister even had that with my mother, and even that didn't make a damn bit of difference. So just to let you know. That sounds really good, and it sounds really great, and it's a great idea, but it doesn't work.
But my argument is that it's better. It would be better to have had it than to not have had it.
Well, not my mother's situation, because they just kept dragging her on and 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 on. And my sister fled the kingdom at the end. So. The issue is not so much what you want and filling out the state-required paperwork for the state. It's that you can never fulfill all of the institutional crap. And so just be aware of that, doctor.
The advantage that I've got here, is that I'm the lone guy.
Well, that's right. No, you don't have any conflicting sons. And see, that's another reason I've not come down to to muddy the waters as the ex-husband. So, see, I've been doing you a favor.
Well, honestly, if you came down, I'm sure Mom would appreciate it if you caught her at the right moment. But who the fuck knows? Because half the time I think she's in La La Land.
If you want me down there just to see her, just to say to yourself, oh, my dad came down and saw her. yeah, you come fetch me and take me down there. I'll see her, and I'll gladly, stand there and be benign and keep my fucking mouth shut. Yes, I'll keep my mouth shut and listen to her sort of give me, nasty looks and berate me or talk around the tube, and she'll say things like,
well, she's going to be out the tube here pretty damn soon.
well, but even if the tube's, you can still hear him, you can still sort of hear him talk around the tube going, so yeah, no. I mean, you asked me to do it, and I thought about it. I really did. I didn't just blow you off. I thought about it. As you know, I've had other things going on in my life as well.
Yeah.
With living fucking people that were really, really real, that meant a lot of shit to me. And yet here I am, and I can't help it if I fall asleep for 5.5 hours to make up for just the disasters in my life. And you berate me for trying to, listen, don't give me this shit. Oh, we go to bed at 10 and we retire and we have this little sort of like, meanwhile your son's in there playing like Grand Theft Auto 5 or some damn thing. Oh, that reminds me.
You're a unique bundle, man. You really are. I tell you what. You're a piece of work.
Yeah. You're a
fucking piece of work,
man. The rector was this long thing on Sunday morning when he always does the announcements right at the start, so if you're on the platform party, you're standing up there through all this absolute happy horse shit. He goes on and on and on. And he started talking about, Thanksgiving and what people had and all this. And I thought, people looking forward to Christmas. And I'm thinking, yeah, all the teenagers, well, of course, you don't get a lot of teenagers at 8 o'clock. But anyway, but I could see him going through the same line of bullshit. It's just a long line of bullshit. I tell you, it's the yellow teenagers sort of like, Grand Theft Auto 5, or like Armed Robbery 8 or whatever. And I'm thinking, just why don't you just shut the fuck up? Just shut the fuck up.
Well, just for the record, Carter isn't playing those games.
I know that. No, I know he isn't. That doesn't bother me. I don't give a fuck what Carter plays. So frankly, I mean, it's that's you and Carter. It's bad enough that he calls himself Ruppy and uses that fucking thug music.
I think that's going away. I don't see too many more videos coming up. He's into basketball and baseball. And
Ruppy. Give me a break. No, but when he sits and talks, he's really great, and I love to hear him. But he probably thinks it's lame or whatever the current, adverb is for, older people respecting stuff is. I don't know.
Well, he's a work in progress, that's for sure.
Well, everybody is.
Yeah. He's getting there.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's great. Anyway, so, listen, you want me there to come down there
and witness. To be honest, I feel like I'm a little adrift here.
You understand. I can't give you any fucking advice.
Well, you've already given me all the advice I need. I understand what you think, and I understand.
But when you asked me a direct question back there, what should I do? I said I can't do that. Because if you pulled the tube then and she died and then you got pissed off, then that would be forever. Oh, like my dad had me kill my mother. And I thought there's no fucking way
that's not how that works.
That's not exactly necessarily how you work now, but a couple of years from now, who knows? But so I wasn't going to say shit. But you know exactly. I'll tell you right now. Don't. And for various reasons, I can do all the paperwork in the world, but it won't make a damn bit of difference. It's you standing next to the ventilator. God forbid if that gets stuck into me, making the decision, and I want you not to pussy out. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
You made that very clear.
All right. Well, yes. Well, your mother had made it very clear too. To me.
Not really. That's the problem.
Oh, really? Well, she had always made it very clear to me. That's what I thought. I thought she made it clear to you.
She made it very clear based on black and white issues that we had talked about. But then you get into it and you see the reality of it.
Oh, I didn't think.
Really fucking gray.
I didn't think the initial situation was a gray area at all.
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
We walked in there and I was like, so let's start pulling the tube. Let's pull this tube and see how she does. And they're like, well, it's really too soon at this point. I'm like, all right, well, I'll give you 3 days.
And that was after the second code?
Well, yeah, and then the fucking son of dad, and then the fucking son of a bitch, she started the nasty, she fucking started fucking breathing on her own.
Well, that's just human physiology, yeah.
Well, it is, So here's my prediction. My honest hardcore prediction is,
yeah,
they're gonna extubate her.
Yeah.
She's gonna hang on. She'll probably hang on for a good 6, 12, 24 hours.
Okay.
And then she won't be able to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna fucking die.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's my prediction.
Well, okay.
Unfortunately, they've got all these fucking people. They're like, every day she does make progress. So it's like, well, fuck,
Well, progress. Well, see, I mean, that's and your description of progress to me sounds like what very hopeful, unrealistic people call progress.
So here's my read. My read on this is,
yeah,
they all know what's coming.
Yeah.
I made it clear to the one resident that I've actually been able to establish a meaningful dialogue with.
Yeah.
He knows what's coming.
Yeah.
He knows that I know it's coming.
Yeah.
And now we're all speaking in sort of code.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, dude, I get it. I get it. You're gonna pull the tube, and she's gonna live more than about 24 hours. I get it.
Yeah.
So, and he's like, well, okay, we can do this, that, and the other thing. I'm like, no. I mean, like, I'm just like. So the best answer I got today, I got a call from. So they called for this palliative care consult. So I got this call from this doc today, and she's like, I feel like this is a good thing. We can pull the tube. And I said, listen to me. She's like, what's your big? So I gave her the whole, baseline story and all this crap. Yeah. And I said, listen to me. And she said, I don't feel like we need to talk about anything more right now in terms of her getting out of here. And I said, I understand what you're saying to me. Like, what you're saying is that's code is, like, you think she's going to live for about 2 or 3 days off the vent and then die. And she's like, oh, no, I feel positive. I'm like, no.
Positive.
I'm like, she's like, well, do you have a medical background? I'm like, I'm educated enough to be dangerous. Like, you're not calling me. I'm like, I understand that she's not going to live very long. So when you say to me, we can talk about, like, what comes after the hospital later.
I think you need to have that emblazoned on your kitchen wall. I'm educated enough. Or in this situation, we are educated enough to be dangerous.
Well, that's what I've been telling you. So, because Kelly and I come in there and we ask intelligent questions.
Well, Kelly sees this shit.
Questions, they're like, oh, do you have a medical background? I'm like, no.
I can't say Kelly has a medical background, but she sees a lot of this shit.
Well, and I took human anatomy. I have a father who's a doctor.
Well,
I understand.
I've actually made these decisions by the grace of God, and it isn't easy.
Well, so they keep saying, do you have a medical background? I don't want to talk down to you. I'm like, no, I'm not a doctor, but but I understand how the human body works.
Yeah.
And like, so finally, after talking to this resident a couple of times, we've actually established quite the friendly relationship.
Well, of course you do. It's just like the woman whose husband had the pet rock that I kept alive for 3 weeks. Yeah.
So this resident finally I've gotten through this guy. This guy's like a stone wall.
Poor fuck.
Finally I got through to this guy. I'm like, listen, man.
She wouldn't let me let him die.
I'm like, listen, man. I understand what happens when we pull the tube. Like, I understand what happens when we extubate her.
Yeah.
All right, I understand.
First of all, you use the word extubate.
I get it. Right. You think I'd use the word extubate? Like, I mean, they're like, oh, do you have a medical background?
That freaks a lot of people out.
So I'm like, fuck, man. So here's the deal. I told them. I said, here's the deal, man. When you guys, they're like, well, we want to start feeding it through an NG tube.
No.
I'm like, well, so here's what I told them. I said, you guys can do whatever the fuck you want. Here's the deal. She is. I am fully, completely. I believe. I completely believe.
Never
what's
let them
going to
do
happen
that.
is, you guys are going to extubate her.
Yeah.
She'll breathe from somewhere between 6 and probably 36 hours on her own. She's going to tire out. And she's going to die.
Yeah. That may well be the case, but don't ever let them start feeding her through an NG tube.
Well, here's the deal.
Yeah.
That's what they want to do.
I understand, because I knew they would do it. I'm surprised they've held off that long.
Well, because here's what they want to do.
Yes.
They think, at least several of the doctors think, that if she's going to live...
Dear Jesus God Almighty.
Well, I mean, that's just the fucking... That's the nature of the beast, man.
No,
I mean, well,
do you not think I not know that? Yes,
well,
no,
we're in it now, man.
Well, you and your mother in it now, yes.
So, I mean, we're in it now. So the way it stands now is they're going to extubate at some point.
Pray to God, yes.
And she's either going to die, or she's not going to die. They're not going to put a tube back in. They're not going to do a tracheostomy. They're not going to do. They're not going to do. If she dies, they're not going to do compressions.
Yeah. Well, then obviously, if she keeps breathing at some point, then yes, then obviously, then you do have to feed her, because that's just called being a human to another human. But right now, as it stands now, you don't have to have her.
She's on like IV nutrition now.
That's all right. No, that's nothing wrong with that. That's just standard. That's called being human to human. But she doesn't certainly need any sort of ground up solid food shoved down a damn tube. See, that's the whole thing about feeding tube. Well, again, it's your call. If you want me to be down there tomorrow, I will be. Come fetch me. If you don't, that's fine.
Well, now here's the other thing. Right? Like the people I haven't talked to, other than the nurse that was taking care of her today.
Yeah.
I didn't actually talk to anybody that I have met that I trust. Right?
Yeah.
So I haven't talked to today. I did not talk to her primary surgeon.
Yeah.
I didn't talk to the surgical resident that was on the floor that I actually trust. So the reality of what may happen versus what they talked about at rounds today is likely to be tremendously different tomorrow.
Well, of course it is. The
surgical resident and I, and the understanding that we all reached yesterday, we're all on the same page, which is that let's go ahead and give her a few more days, which could be tomorrow or another couple of days. Then we're going to extubate her, and then we're just going to fucking let her go and see what happens.
Well, yes.
That was the plan. So that's the plan as I understand it. Dr. Ruiz, who is her first surgeon, who is technically speaking the guy.
Yeah, the guy, fixture.
He and I are also on the very same page. He and I are on the same page. So, all of these other extraneous, like, palliative care people that keep calling me and all this bullshit. I mean, call me all you want, guys, but the reality is the decisions have been made on record, so we're going to go from there. And yeah, has this gone on? Perhaps. But
well, honey, so you're the one on the line. You're the one that made the decision. I'm not gonna fault you for the decision you made. Uh, we've all had decisions we wish we had made differently in retrospect, clearly. And so, but still, at the time,
the decision though, the problem, Dad, is that the decision.
it was the it was
Like,
it was the second one,
decision.
wasn't it? Yeah, it was the second one.
The decision.
Yeah.
Where it was where I really should have fucking just the point was
After the first
that
resuscitation.
Saturday
Yeah.
when they called me,
Yeah.
I should have been emphatic and said,
Don't do that
"Don't
again.
resuscitate her again."
Yeah. That was
That was like a 20-minute window, and then the next thing I know, and then I did say,
well, you didn't know she was going. That was going to happen again.
"Fuck, I didn't know she was going to code again."
No.
So that was the fuck up, and then of course I said, and
Well,
then after that it was too late.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. See, yes. Once they get the second bite the apple in, it's really, because that makes it look like you're trying to kill somebody.
Did I tell you she bit her nurse? She bit her nurse.
Well, you mentioned that in the email.
Nikki, who's by far the best nurse we've dealt with.
Yeah.
She's so awesome.
So
she's like,
she bit her
mm-hmm.
around her tube.
Oh, I'm sorry, not bit her. She pinched her. I'm sorry.
Pinch her around her tube. Well, no.
No,
So
she didn't bite her. No,
right.
She pinched her. And like, but mom used to have these. She's got these really fucking incredibly, surprisingly strong little fucking.
I know. Listen,
fingers.
I know. I've had sex with that woman.
So I
yes,
gave
I
mom,
know
I
exactly.
gave mom the business.
And it wasn't fun either
yesterday.
necessarily. Yeah.
I was like, listen, you can't fucking pinch these people. They're trying to help you. You can't She was thrashing around. I mean, she's delirious.
No, she may be aware. Well, but it doesn't matter, because even when she's aware, even when she's officially aware, i.e., extubated and doing her crossword puzzles and having you and Marilyn over to dinner, she's delusional.
Well, let me tell you something, Home Slice. She is really fucking out to lunch.
Well,
when she's in a hospital.
On one level, you almost wish you could come home so you could hear all the fucking stories. But it would be the same fucking line of shit that you've had to put up with for years and years and years. Well, yes, and it's
been a long 2 years.
No shit.
I mean, it's been,
So what? I was trying to think, when did she come back from the I won't say ruptured hip, the hip fracture, and so it's been she's not been out of that place for 2 years except to be carried out just this last time, right?
She came home.
Yeah.
From Wesley Glen.
Yeah.
In mid or late April
of this year
of 2015.
Oh shit! The bet has been longer than I thought.
So it's been over 2 years.
Oh, it's been well over 2 years because she obviously
She came home in mid-April of 2015.
Okay, then of course she fractured her hip before that. Of course, is that like no or yes?
No, she came home. She came home from the hip and the pelvic fracture situation.
Yeah.
She got out of Wesley Glen
in
mid-April of 2015.
Which meant that she had to have done that before.
Well, yeah, she was yeah, that was
like 2 months before. Okay, so right, okay.
Early March, I guess. No, it was.
I remember it was being February.
Hold on.
Yeah. I was trying to think.
Let me think.
No, that's right. That's all right.
No, that's not correct. That's not correct. She came home. So she fell in April.
Like a rocket ship, right almost through the wall.
And she spent probably, I'd say it was 6 or 7 weeks before she came home. So that would have been
I thought she was
May, June when she came home.
I thought she was in rehab longer than that. Anyway, okay. So. Well, no, it's been a while. I mean, it's been a while. I mean, she's not been out of the house like except for you to take her to the doctor. Than that. So,
yeah. So
if I ever,
she's been home for almost 2 years.
Go buy one of those things that the guys put over guys' heads when they hang them. When I get to the point that I can't, function, if I ever get that point. God forbid. Yeah, just come in one night when I'm asleep. Like tonight. Tonight would have been a perfect night. I didn't know I was asleep. And just put that thing over my head and smother me. Because there'd be no fucking way I'd know that somebody come in and done that. And then you could just quietly laugh. And yeah.
Don't tell you something.
Don't pussy out on me. Don't pussy out on me. Don't pussy out on me.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Let's say for the sake of argument.
Yes. Let's call it discussion.
Let's say let's do a thought experiment.
Argument is such a charged word.
First of all, she ain't gonna remember any of this. She's so whacked up on X.
You would be fucking surprised.
Well,
no, I'm telling you. Don't ever assume that about anybody that is your opponent. Don't ever assume that they can't remember what's going on. Never underestimate your opponent.
Does it sound terrible to say? Does it sound horrible to say that when they do So my plan had been. My hard line was Friday. My hard line, and I told Dr.
Yeah, your hard line was Friday, okay.
The surgical resident, I said, dude, here's the deal. I'm thinking Friday's my hard line. Regardless of what she's doing, regardless of what's happening.
He's laughing inside his heart, yeah.
We're gonna extubate this woman on Friday, and we're gonna see what happens.
Yes,
and he's like, he was like, that's completely reasonable.
Well, this is.
He's like, that's completely reasonable. Yes. That's what we're gonna do. Now I go in today, and they're like, well, shit, she may be ready to be extubated tomorrow. I'm like, great. Let me know what happens.
You know what happens to people whose people don't take their tubes in properly? They come out.
Well, I mean, the tube's got to come out sometime.
I know, but I'm talking about I'm sure these people haven't taped that damn tube in like I taped my tubes in. I was taught to tape my tubes in such that you could lift somebody's head up by grabbing on the treacle tube and pulling on the tube, and their head comes up. But I can assure you that unless somebody's been trained by me, I don't know, for all I know, if somebody's been trained by me that still take care of your mind. They've not. You could easily. Oh no, not you. Events could happen where that tube just sort of comes out because
this fucker. I mean, she's wired in, man.
Well, have you tried to sort of like raise your hand up to the tube? Has she? Listen, here's an interesting question, which I never thought. I always thought that if she became aware of the treacle tube under any circumstances, she'd be trying to pull the son-bitch out all the time.
She's trying. She's fucking feisty. She's fighting it.
Well, you want to?
Oh yeah, I got her fucking hands tied down, man.
Oh, well, just let her loose a bit, and
no. It's too late. Too far.
No, not for, because if you're gonna pull the damn tube anyway, just pull the damn tube. You're too fucking ethical. You got to get with how the real world works, dude.
Well, hey, dude, you got to get with how legal shit works.
Listen. I did all this. I skirted around all this shit for years. So don't talk to me about how to do this kind of shit.
All right, yes, Dad. We all know you know how this shit works.
Yes. I actually
give them your credentials a million times. I get it.
Actually, I do. Yes, actually, I do.
Yes, we all know that.
The trick
knows that you know how this works. But here's the thing. I can't just walk in and yank her fucking tube out.
Yeah, you actually can't. See, that's the neat thing is you're her son. You can say, "Oops, I made a mistake," or you can do anything, and they'll believe you. It's yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Check it out.
You wouldn't believe the amount of shit I listen to, and you know what? Nobody says squat because these people are gonna die anyway.
All right. I mean, I'm hearing what you're saying. I just,
No, I understand.
It's not the reality. I'm not going to go to jail over this shit.
No, you wouldn't go to jail for that. First of all, that was part of the plan anyway.
Well.
Anyway, okay. Here's an idea. If you want me to come down with you, come up here, fetch me. I'll go down with you, and we'll sit there. We'll have like a mort main or something, and you can do.
I don't think it's gonna be that way.
Well, whatever.
I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna decide.
Well, they can
tomorrow
take the tube off.
Or Wednesday.
Yeah.
They're gonna say, all right, let's just fucking extubate.
Yes. Well, they'll do it tomorrow, sooner or later.
And the way I had envisioned it was kind of like what you're describing.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna extubate her, and I'm gonna hang out and watch her die.
Tomorrow's Monday. No, it never happens that fast.
But then, the way it sounds like,
is that the 4th?
This nasty cuss is gonna fucking hang on a while.
Well, yes.
So,
because she's
they're
mean.
gonna just do it.
Well, no, she's mean.
Yeah, that's why I was joking with the nurse.
Well, the mean motherfuckers last. See?
Well, I was joking with the nurse and the resident. I was like,
You want me to be mean?
I was like, this nasty woman's gonna hang on a while.
If you want me to be mean, well, I guess I am mean. I woke you and your wife up, as you pointed out.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
Honey, so
I gotta be up at 6 in the morning.
Listen, if I had not slept for 5 hours, and I would have called you way earlier in the evening. How's that?
Well, you did call me earlier in the evening.
When?
You called me right before I was going out to teach Carter's Cub Scout den as their little pocket knife thing.
Well, that was in the afternoon, wasn't it?
Well, it was like 6 o'clock.
Well, that's not the evening. Fuck, that's the late afternoon. I just gotten off the horn with pocket knife shit. What, are you going to teach these guys how to make a shiv?
Well, Dad.
Listen, have you?
Cut me a little slack here.
No, have you seen my shiv? Have you seen my shiv? I had to give that to Carter. It says Dr. Kersey shiv.
Let me tell you something. You want to see the coolest thing ever? So let's give this little pocket knife safety presentation tonight.
Yeah.
These like 5 9-year-olds. These 5, 8, 9-year-olds.
Yeah.
And
they better find their dicks take a leak.
In the den leader's guide for presenting this, they're like, you should present all kinds of different knives and shit. So I pulled out a bunch of pocket knives, and I pulled out this nasty rusty knife I've got. So this is what happens when you don't clean a knife.
Did you get all the carbon steel shit that I gave you?
So no. But I did pull out. I do have a carbon steel folding knife that I have. I pulled that out. And they thought that was pretty cool. But then I pulled out this $170 fucking Air Force issue fucking survival knife I've got. They thought this is a big long fixed blade motherfucker. They thought that was the tits.
So you did.
They thought this thing was great. I'm like, this is what I keep in my survival bag.
My survival bag. Did you actually say my survival bag?
Yeah, I have like a bug out bag. I have a big fucking survival bug out bag ready to go.
It's called My Fucking House. Did you have did you talk about the carbon steel knives I gave you when you left town?
No, but I did not, well, because they didn't understand the difference, but I I do have
Well,
one
you need
carbon steel folding knife that I have.
You need to educate them.
Now the carbon steel knives that you didn't give me any carbon steel knives.
I gave you every single carbon steel knife I could find.
No.
Which wasn't too damn many.
You gave me one, which is I have.
Well, honey, I've got a couple of duplicates. I'll give you some. I mean, my dad gave me a bunch when I left home because that was my dad, and that was what was there.
But anyway, I pulled out this big fucking this great.
I always felt like I had slighted you.
I thought that was the bomb.com.
I always felt like I had slighted you and not given you carbon steel knives, like my dad did.
Good luck finding carbon steel knives. I have.
Well, you can't. They don't make them anymore.
Well, the French do. I have this great.
Well, yes, but if you want to pay like $300 a fucking knife.
Well, I have this great little French carbon steel folding knife.
Yeah.
Nice. It's you know it's.
I don't want a fucking folding knife. I want a set of cooking knives that are carbon steel that you can actually sharpen. Oh, these are so, don't give me that stainless steel. You can't sharpen stainless steel knives. And then
not very well.
And people say, "Oh, yes, you can." And then the answer to that remark is, "No, you can't."
I would argue with that, but that's a different argument.
Well, we can argue all you want. As you know, I'm very glad that I'll sit here and argue till the cows come home.
I don't think I've ever shown you this great survival knife I bought.
No, I'm not saying. No, because I'm not. I'm just like I'm not. First of all, I am not a psychotic survivalist.
Well, I'm not a survivalist. I just want to survive.
My nephew, and there's a bunch of people that he runs around with and watches on YouTube that are survivalists, and that's fine. I mean, everybody has their own thing, and that's great. But frankly, I like the nuclear bomb poster that says, look, stand and look toward the most likeliest point of impact and bend over and kiss your ass goodbye.
Well, that's not really my concern. My concern is more like, the disaster, the what if, the zombie apocalypse, whatever,
Oh, just,
you know what I mean?
Did a person with a brain I respect actually use that phrase?
Well, you know what I mean. Like
No, I don't. That's why I'm saying that a person with a brain I actually respect use that phrase.
I have a bag.
Oh, I don't mind that. That's
put together that is commonly known as a bug out bag.
That's common sense. Well, I did too. I did too. And your mother, said she was going to send me to the cops after, she, whizzed her foot past my head after 8 hours of berating me, and I picked her up and threw her against the wall. And I didn't. And you were over at the neighbors, and I didn't want you to, see me hauled up by the cops. And that's when I, went over to my friends in Indiana. And, yes, and I had my blanket, and I had my $1,000 in cash rolled up in that blanket, and off I went. Yes, I did. Thank you very much. So, yes.
Well, there you go.
Well,
yes. Kind of a similar concept.
Yes, it is.
Quite the same idea, but it's
exactly the same fucking idea.
So anyway,
there aren't too many people. There aren't too many people who do that for you if you showed up in the middle of the night, and let alone call them after he and his wife are in bed.
Well, hey, you want to call me after I'm in bed if it's an actual emergency? I'm all in.
Well, I thought you wanted to talk about life and death for your mother. I thought that was kind of an emergency.
Well, I'm kind of numb to it at this point. To be kind of a dick about it,
Well, no, I understand about that. I mean, I've
been thinking about this shit nonstop.
You do this shit for a living, and you become numb to it. But nonetheless, it's very real.
So that's the point I'm trying to make.
I understand that.
I've been thinking about this shit nonstop for 2 weeks. So the call I'm waiting for is the call that says, "Hey, your mom's dying." Then I'll get in the car.
That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. What you got to do is go down there and say, take the tube out, and we're going to stand and watch that for a few hours, and then.
Well, that was kind of the vision that I had.
And
So
if I have to
see what
take
happens.
if I have to take an Uber home, I'll take an Uber home.
Well, here's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I ain't gonna drive down there on my own. I'll tell you that.
if the tube doesn't come out, what's tomorrow? Tuesday. So if the tube doesn't come out tomorrow.
Just tell them to take the
Wednesday,
tube out. Just tell them to take the tube out.
Well,
That's within your
That's
power.
my point.
That's
my point.
within your power.
My heart line. You know, and the line I've
No.
drawn in my head
Yeah.
is Friday.
You know, here's the idea.
So if the tube isn't out by Friday, the tube's coming out on Friday.
You're talking about Friday this week? Here's an idea.
Friday, December 8th.
You have
The solemnity of the Immaculate Conception.
yeah, you have complete power over that tube. You want that tube to come out tomorrow morning, you can pull that tube out tomorrow morning.
Yes, but Dad, what I think you already understand and what you've already alluded to
Yeah.
is that I can't at this point look like I'm deliberately trying to wish her dead.
No, it's frankly.
So at this point, what I have been told by the residents and therefore by the attending, because they're not speaking at this point, and
dude, Jesus God.
at this point, I have been told very specifically that if I said, let's pull the tube on Friday no matter what, I have been told by the resident and by the and he's talked to the attending about this.
On Friday or Monday?
Friday. This coming Friday, December 8th.
Yeah.
So whether or not they pull the tube tomorrow or whatever, if they don't pull the tube come Friday, December 8th, the tube is coming out.
How many times have I heard this?
Well, I mean, once.
No. How many times have I heard this with other people? It goes on and on. It goes on and on and on. You can go. You can walk in there tomorrow morning and pull that tube out on yourself, and just walk out to the nurse's station with a tube in your hand and say, "My mother is extubated. Deal with it."
Well, yeah, I could.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to do that.
Well, I know you're not.
You know that.
I know you're not going to do that. I know, and I pray to God you don't ever let me come to this. I pray to God you don't ever let me come to this. Because your mother and I talked about this a lot. Listen, listen. Your mother and I talked about this a lot, and I can tell you right now, what's going on with you and her right now, this is not anything she would have wanted.
I completely agree, Dad. I completely agree.
Then pull that fucking tube.
Until she had her fucking eyes opened and she had a moment of lucidity.
Well,
and I can tell when she's lucid and when she's not.
I know you can.
And she had a moment of lucidity. And I said, Mom, do you want me to have them take this breathing tube out?
Yeah.
And she shook her head, no.
Well, it's scary, isn't it?
And I said, Mom,
it's scary for her.
Do you want me to have them take this breathing tube out? And she said, no.
Yeah, she's scared.
I waited a few more minutes while
she's
she was
scared.
still lucid.
She's scared.
And I said, Mom, do you want me to have them take this breathing tube out?
Yeah.
She said, no.
It's scary.
Now, yesterday,
it's scary.
I was like, Mom. And then also, yesterday and then again today, I was like, Mom, I'm going to have them take this breathing tube out at some point here really, really soon. You understand? She shakes her head, yes. I said, okay. I said, now you understand the tube's not going back in.
She also knew you were going to do it. She also knew you were going to pussy out.
Well, who the fuck knows?
I know.
Who the fuck knows?
No, I know. Listen. I lived with this woman for 7 years, and yes, and even though, she hated my guts from time to time, and I, wasn't too fond of, the way she treated me from time to time. We knew each other.
Well, I understand that, Dad. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
I understand. I believe what you're telling me.
Yeah.
I understand that based on the conversations that she and I had, I am doing the best I can to honor what she wanted. Right?
Well, that's all you can do. That's all you can do. Good for you. That's all you can do.
But the bottom line is, when she and I had these conversations, which we had probably a lot more than you did more recently.
Yes.
The most concrete answer I could get out of her is, if this happens, do X. But the problem is that mom isn't educated enough to understand that the situation that she is currently in is not something that we had planned for.
Oh, I think it is, actually.
So, well, no, everything that you and I talked about is something that mom and I did talk about.
Well,
but the problem is that what we did not talk about is, hey, you're fucking awake.
You know, this is a
You're fucking awake. You're improving. You're breathing on your own off the vent. Hey, now you want me to unturn? I mean, so it's like now, and then I have these other doctors that are saying,
pull the tube, and see what happens.
Well, that's what we're going to do. It's going to happen this week.
It's not this week. It's going
to happen, Dad. If it doesn't happen,
you know, at the start of this conversation,
if they don't do it by Friday, it's happening on Friday.
At the start of this conversation, it was like it's going to happen tomorrow, but now it's happening at the end of the week. So
No.
I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. I can see what's going to happen. Yeah.
What they're saying is that we may pull the tube tomorrow, and I'm like, great, do it.
Only you can do that.
Well, and you know, honestly,
and quite honestly, I urge you to actually pull the tube.
You know what? This is really selfish.
No.
But honestly,
yeah.
This sounds terrible. I'm gonna say it.
Talk to me, Zona. What?
But honestly, if we're gonna pull the fucking tube,
yeah.
If they want to do it early, great.
Yeah.
But honestly, if I'm gonna pull the tube and say extubate her,
yeah.
Friday's more convenient for me because then I can take Friday off.
You want me to do it?
You know what I mean? Like, it's like I mean, like if I have to take a day off, I have to figure out how to take
you want me to go under an extubator for you?
No.
I will.
I'm sure you would.
Well, you could be with me.
Well, because that would be. I don't want to set myself for criminal prosecution.
No, there ain't gonna be a fucking criminal. Listen. If Warren Linebaugh can drag people over, bucking on the tube to harvest their organs, nobody's gonna criminally prosecute you for having your dad extubate his ex-wife who was suffering, and first of all, she may just take off and become a Democratic politician. Who knows? Who the fuck knows?
I asked her several times yesterday, the day before, and today.
She's probably going to run for Congress.
I asked her. I said, "Do you want me to just yank the tube? You want me to have?" I asked her, Dad, whether or not she was lucid or not.
Yeah.
I was like, "Do you want me to have them yank the tube right now?"
I'll do it for you.
And every single time she said no.
Okay, well.
So, I mean, what am I supposed to do with that, man? So,
well,
on the one hand, I'm supposed to be the guy making the decisions. On the other hand, she's shaking her head no.
I think you need to get me in there, and I'll have a conversation with her. Well, man and wife and all that shit,
If she's still hanging on the. I think they're going to try and pull the tube tomorrow, and we'll see what happens.
Well, pray to God they do.
And we'll see what happens.
Well, of course, once the tube's out, the feeding tubes are going to go in, and so it's like homeward bound, so to speak, as in like down the welcome to your new world. I
think what's going to happen is.
Yeah.
I think they're going to extubate her.
Yeah.
They're going to put a feeding fucking tube in anyway.
No. After the extubator, there's really
they want to put the feeding NG tube in.
I know what they're
while she's intubated because it's easier. Fine.
Well, I understand.
Do that.
No, I understand. Thomas Soul.
What's going to happen is they're going to pull the tube. She's going to breathe on her own for about a day and a half, and then she's going to give up.
Well, maybe not. You'd be surprised.
Well, and then if she doesn't.
Oh, I'll tell you, when people are getting ready to fucking die, as far as breathing is concerned, they struggle like mad. So you'd be surprised.
Here's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
there's not going to be any tracheostomy.
Well, no,
There's not going to be any permanent feeding tube.
Yeah.
There's not going to be any.
Well, you said that.
There's not going to be any CPR. All of that's taken
well,
care
you can get rid of the CPR. Yeah, you can easily stop that.
Well, that's already been solved.
Well,
that's the whole set.
It wasn't solved the second time, was it?
Well, it wasn't because it was 5 minutes too late. I
understand that. Did you hear the case in Florida? This guy had tattooed across his chest. I might want to think about this because I'm not, I don't like tattoos on my torso. Like, do not resuscitate. Do not resuscitate tattooed across his chest. And apparently there was they called it like a really fast conference at this thing in Florida, this hospital in Florida, and they decided, well, they'd honor his wishes, and they didn't, well, because he's dead.
there you go.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah.
I don't know if I don't like torso tattoos.
What I don't want, and what I pray is not going to happen. What I want him to do is I want him to extubate her, and then I want her to die comfortably.
Well, yes, of course.
What I do not want is for her to linger
and struggle.
And so I have already put into place all of those things that would not allow her to linger. There's not going to be any permanent feeding tube. There's not going to be any breathing support. There's not going to be any vent. There's not going to be any resuscitation.
Right.
So as much as she might hate me and be pissed at me, that's
I'm going to ask you.
The reality.
I'm going to ask you, and hell, I'm going to demand of you, do not do to me what you have indirectly done by inaction. Indirectly done. Do not do this to me.
I get it. This really isn't about you right now.
Well, it is. Well, yes, it is because I've seen the future. Because I have seen the future.
What you're saying.
I have seen the future, and it's fucking horrible. Don't do this to me.
You haven't seen the future.
Yes, I have seen the fucking future.
No, what you have seen is reality.
Well, I've seen.
What you have seen is the reality of modern medicine.
And
phone calls.
What the hell do you think? How the hell do you think I made my living?
Here's the deal, Dad.
Yes.
The reality is that by the time anybody gets to you, based on the way you live, it's gonna be too fucking late.
I'm counting on that.
So, like, if you're talking about like December 21st when I take you down there, then let's have some shit in place, right?
Well,
I mean, so if you die on the table, I'll be like, hey, don't resuscitate him.
Yeah, don't do that. I don't know. I mean, it's like I'm going to say to the guy, don't smother me. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I don't know how AJ.
You're at their fucking mercy once you're under.
Well, I mean, AJ's. I don't know how.
Well, AJ's not doing the anesthesia, is he?
Well, I don't know how he likes to do his cases. Some guys like to do them under local. I don't know.
You're gonna be intubated.
Bob Falcone. I hope the hell I'm intubated. Bob Falcone always liked to do his under local. He was really good at doing the local. He did these great field blocks and
you'll be intubated unless you tell them otherwise. They'll intubate you.
Well, I want them to intubate me. If they're going to put me to sleep, I want them to be intubated, of course.
And then I'll walk your stumbling ass up your incredibly dangerous fucking front porch, and I'll help your stumbling ass into your bed.
Well, as you should, because you're my son.
Well, of course I will. I'm happily going to do it.
My son who gave me a ration of shit for wanting to talk to him tonight.
You know what? Fuck, man. You have to work on you a little bit here, Dad. Because my goodness, you are about the most self-centered motherfucker I have ever met in my life.
Here's an idea. Here's an idea. Oh, I think Kathy aborted my child. How's that one, huh?
What'd you say?
Kathy, I think Kathy aborted my child. How's that one? And listening to that, huh?
Kathy?
Well, or whatever her fucking name was, the one I liked. The one before Kelly. Well, your child. No, you
might not have been mine. I don't think it was. I actually don't think it was mine.
Well, it doesn't matter though, does it? As far as I was concerned, the way you told to me was like, oh, she aborted this child, and I'm thinking, oh, that was my future grandchild. And
yeah, could have been. Could have been mine.
Yes.
I doubt it was, but it could have been.
Well, and I listened to that very, very calmly, did I not?
Oh, yeah.
Well, there you are. So cut me some fucking slack. You know, my boyfriend, or I thought would be a boyfriend or the future husband, just decided to finally come clean rather than, just so, yes. So cut me some fucking slack. Well, that's called the land of the fucking living, not the people, not the land of the damn dying. All right.
I cut you miles of slack.
Well, as you should.
And as I should, absolutely, as I should.
And I don't demand that you play Scrabble and shit like that. No, all I ask is you talk to me from time to time. I don't give a fuck, if you come up with a 7-letter word for bullshit or whatever. Okay. Which is also, I guess, that's an 8-letter word.
I was just almost I was counting that in my head.
Well, it's like, anytime you don't have to play Scrabble's good deal. So, no, you put me down there on the excavator, I'll be glad, you come fetch me and I'll be glad to be down there on the excavator.
I'll let you know.
If you want me to come down and see her, fetch me and I'll come down and see her with you. But if you expect me to go down in that damn morass, this confusing morass, you are barking up the wrong fucking forest, I'll tell you on that one. No, I fully appreciate your asking me to go down and see her. I really do.
I didn't ask you to go down and see her.
Well,
I just simply...
all right, Tony. All right, Tony Bishop. Don't pull that crap on me. Just, you raised the issue of me going to see her. Is that fair enough? Does that make you happy? Just, yeah.
I presented the keys as I saw it, and I handed off to you. I'm not a female. Don't treat me like a female.
Well, handing it off would be if you want me to go down there and pull that damn tooth.
Yes,
I would be glad to pull that fucking tooth for you.
I told you I thought Mom was going to see you.
Of course,
you really want to do. No, I'm happy to come pick your ass up. If these people communicate with me in a meaningful way,
I would be delighted to see her. Yes, I'm here, and yes. Hello. Yes. Oh no, I know what happened. Wait a minute, I know what happened. Oh, I know what happened. Are you there now? Oh, hang on a minute. I know what happened. My ear hit. No, my ear hit you. My earlobe hit you. I got these nice ears, Well, you don't know because you haven't spent a lot of time dealing with it. Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, hey man, you know what? I was simply passing on to you. Mom, what I felt.
Did you?
To be really honest with you, Dad.
Did you mouth around the tube?
No, actually, this is back when she was still. This is back when she was in the regular.
Did you write around on the pair like?
No, this is back when I thought she was. When I thought I was bringing her home. She's like, is your dad coming to see me? I'm like, no, I don't think so.
Well, if you want me to go down there, listen, if you want me to pull the van tube for you, I will.
I understand you will, yes.
You bet your ass I will. I'm a licensed physician in the state of Ohio. I can pull that tube. I'll bring my scissors.
Let me see this.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna beg because I have to go
Well,
back.
no, you humored me. I appreciate that. Finally. I wish you were. Well, it doesn't matter now because that ship sailed. Kind of back to England, I guess. Kind of like a reverse transportation situation.
You're a very difficult individual to navigate.
Well, yes, no, I am and I'm
Put
not.
it this way. I will let you know as soon as I know what the fuck's happening. I'll let you know.
Would you tell
I'll give you a
Ruth?
call.
Would you tell
If
Ruth?
I'll pick your ass up.
Would
I'll
you-
pick your ass up.
Would you tell Ruth not to romanticize this shit like she tends to do?
Yeah, fuck, I don't know, man.
No.
This shit's all pretty ugly and nasty.
Well, yes, it is. But I sent her your emails. And she says, "Oh, this is very helpful news. I'm going to pass it on to Don and all the other fucking people." And I mean, guys, you have no fucking idea that this is just
So,
smoke.
oh god, this is the problem I have with a lot of these people I'm dealing with.
They have no sense of reality.
It's like I finally feel like I'm on the same page with this resident. Unfortunately, mom's got to get off the tube here real soon because this guy's rotation is up in a week, and I don't want to have to deal with anybody else besides this guy because I finally have established a meaningful, we're on the same page now. But this resident, I'm like, dude, this gotta happen.
I can't tell you how many times tubes have come out unexpectedly. I am very serious about this. Tubes come out unexpectedly because they're taped in a half-assed way. Unless
There's no tape involved. This is not tape.
well,
There's no tape.
well, how the
I
hell?
know it's been a while since you've seen this shit.
Well,
but
how-
there's no tape involved. They've got this, they've got her, sort of, like this head strap thing. I mean, there's all kinds of
Oh,
shit.
no, it's the same
It's
thing.
not,
Okay, no, okay, well, but at least there's some sort of circumferential thing that secures the tube, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, there's a lot more than just one tube down that fucking throat. There's like, there's an NG tube, extracting bile. There's a breathing tube. They've got some sort of monitoring tube.
Well, no, wait,
It's actually pretty kick-ass.
well, the
Monitoring tube.
The endotracheal tube is the breathing. The endotracheal tube is the breathing tube. Well,
There's all kinds of other shit down there too. There's a probe tube that's down there.
no, that's like temperature shit.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. It's actually the data, the real-time data they get is actually pretty impressive.
And you know what? It's overwhelming, and you don't need that much. But it's nice to have. Yeah, sure, it's neat.
Sure, yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Well, yes, it really impressed you, didn't it?
Well, fuck, I don't
But in terms of a practicing guy that comes in and makes decisions, I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't mean squat. What you want to know is you go in, you see what is the ventilator working and not smothering. What's your blood pressure doing, that sort of thing. Okay.
well, they took the A line out, so there's
Good.
no
Good.
relief blood pressure.
That's good. You can still got a central line in the CDP. Which some plug in there.
Fuck, I don't know.
Well, that got infected yet. It will, so don't take
They
that
took
out.
the A line out, so they're doing real time. They do average blood pressures on that.
Well,
But,
I understand that.
anyway, whatever. Listen,
No,
I'm
just,
getting off the phone because I have to go somewhere
well,
and be productive.
well,
And I have to get up in 6 hours, and I don't do well less than 7 hours of sleep.
I don't either. But I thought that for a long time. But then I fell in love with a guy from Australia.
Tomorrow, maybe they're not.
Well, what?
But I'll tell you right now, no matter what's happening, whether they decided they want to press on, improving, regardless, the command I'm given is that she's going to get extubated Friday at the latest. So I can let you know what's happening.
They're going to ignore that. Because
No, I don't want you to come down and get the tube out early because
No, I'm not going to do that. I'd only do that if you were there with me.
So that's kind of the plan.
Well, if you were there with me, you want me to do that? Yes, I am. I'm also saying what I'm going to do for you.
We're still connected. No.
Oh, hey, oh, whatever. Oh, the damn. Oh, are we back? Yeah, my ear, that nasty ear did it again. Sorry about that. Well, no.
Did you hear what I was saying now?
Well, yeah, more or less. I can easily see no. Yeah, I got the this one.
Very good. That's the thing. The general gist of it is I'm going to bed because I have to be up for 6 hours.
Oh, good.
I don't get well with less than 7 hours of sleep,
Yes,
so already
I understand that. I'm at the same situation. So,
I have to sleep on the couch now.
no, you don't have to sleep on the couch now.
Yeah, I do.
No, I'll tell you, I slept on the fucking floor starting before we went to Fort Wayne. So, of course, that was a different situation because I was gay and you're not gay. So,
Alright, Dad. Listen to me. Get the phone.
well,
I'm gonna keep you abreast of the situation. I'll let you know what's happening.
okay.
My hope is to yank the tube tomorrow.
No, so they isn't like the decision's out of your hands now. Okay. No. Language reveals lots.
So, as I was trying to say, clearly you weren't listening. You probably didn't hear when we were cut off. So here's the deal.
Yeah.
And the command has been given.
Yeah.
I mean, I gave the command.
They're not gonna follow that.
It's Friday or nothing.
They ain't gonna follow that unless you're right there insisting they do it. You know that. Well, let's put it this way. I know that because that's. And it flipped me. If you're talking about being there around 3 o'clock, that's shift change. So.
Well, okay.
No. Listen,
My point is
I know
that-
how hospitals work.
Okay, well, their shift change is clearly at 6.
Well, the nurses shift change work. Yeah, but it's like.
Alright, well, listen. I have to sleep because I have to work tomorrow.
Well, I have to go to Australia, but that ain't gonna work anymore either. So
I think that would be a pointless, fruitless endeavor.
I know it would be. That's why I'm not gonna do it.
I've been saying that for 5 months too.
Well,
You would listen to me.
well because you were in love with the guy, were you?
You know?
Well, you weren't.
I understand.
You thought he was a pretty
That
neat.
also has to be the voice of reason.
You thought he was a pretty neat guy though at the start, though, didn't you?
Sure, he's a great guy.
Well,
It has nothing to do with
yes,
you. There's a lot of really neat guys that are in Australia that you spend 5 months pissing around with this guy where you can find somebody else, like,
I
lives,
would
10 miles away.
I would go pushing around. You guys good. It's
Of course he is. Of course he is. It's very, very selfishly, and now I get to be selfish.
Yeah.
Very selfishly,
Yeah.
now you actually fucking know how I actually felt when I was 22.
I
And that woman broke my heart. So
I knew exactly how you felt when that woman broke your heart. And I'll show you the fucking documentary evidence about what I wrote about it at
No, I know. Alright, listen, I gotta go.
the time. All right.
Enough talk.
Yeah.
I love you, Dad. You're a great guy. I'll see you
Oh,
soon.
A great guy. Oh, that's what Sam said just as I walked out of here. You're a good guy. You're a great guy, Joe.
Yeah, well, except I'm actually gonna fucking call you back again. I'm actually gonna be in your life somewhere.
I want to be more than a great guy.
Well,
To somebody. To somebody.
when you're not being a self-centered prick,
Well,
you are a great guy.
Well, there isn't anybody that's really interested in a self-centered prick at that time. Said he, one self-centered prick to another one.
I've learned to be less of a self-centered prick.
I know you have, and so have I. Yes,
I have some growth to work
No, I am far better than I was, and you know that.
That's true. Alright, listen. I have to get off the phone. I'm inside now, so I have to keep my voice down. So I'm going to get off the phone.
Hug Kelly, hug
Well,
Carter,
I'll hug her tomorrow.
and hug Kelly, hug Carter. I was going to say hug Daisy, but that ship was sailed. So
Yeah,
God bless her.
every time I open the back door, every time I walk past the dog's bed.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got the toys right here. There's the tennis ball, the boat, and that shit.
Well, I haven't even had a chance to warn her yet because I've been dealing with this other shit.
There's
So
like,
at some point it'll catch up.
oh, there's the toy. Oh, you brought me a toy. Shit, yeah.
Yeah. We still have Blake, the dinosaur toy, hedgehog toy, and all this stuff is still floating around. I walked out this morning, and out of habit, I was walking to work this morning, leaving the house, and I said goodbye to everybody, and I said goodbye to Daisy, and I realized Daisy wasn't there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I sort of like to my morning invitations. And, I've been including her. Well, the trouble gone with that anymore, you know.
Well, she's ready, So we're gonna go pick her up. We got her little paw print, her little box is all ready down the shedding her.
I wonder if you had me burn up or you want me to burn up. I wonder if they could be like a footprint or a handprint.
We get her ashes.
I know what you. I was thinking about.
Like a little paw print.
I was thinking about like if you decide to keep me like in like a box on the mantle or something. You have like you've got this certificate. That's fine. Like I could be given the finger, yeah, or like here's Dad's final finger,
That'd probably be appropriate.
Well, that would be perfect for Rob's sandwich cart, my friend Stan's final finger or something, It's like we can carry on with that.
But I have to go to work in the morning.
Good God Almighty! It's after 12, isn't it?
Yeah, and I have to be up in less than 6 hours. I have to go to bed.
What are you going to talk to these young lads tomorrow about?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tomorrow in 8th grade, we're comparing the advantages and disadvantages of the Patriots versus the British in 1775, 1776.
Yeah.
And then in the 7th grade, we're going to discuss very briefly Plato's Republic and some of the stuff he wrote.
Well,
we're going to move on to some of the advances that the ancient Greeks made in mathematics and science.
My sympathy.
We're going to finish up our discussion of the gifts of the Holy Spirit and the fruits of the Holy Spirit, particularly related to Pentecost and ultimately the sacrament of confirmation.
Paul did like to.
The plan for tomorrow.
Well, Paul did like to make a lot of lists.
Anyway, thank God I can walk in and wing it.
Well, I mean, Paul liked to leave lists. Paul basically left lesson plans.
Can you even hear me?
Yes, I can.
You're disconnected again, are you?
Nope.
Can you even hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Paul.
You're disconnected again. Did you hear any of that answer?
I heard all that. Paul left lesson plans, and let's see. So Paul listens. There's the only thing that would bore me to fuck would be about Plato's Republic.
Well,
I'll tell you right now. If you're talking Plato's Republic to 7th graders, I don't care how smart these bastards are. They probably are quite smart to be.
Oh, they're bored out of their minds.
Well, yes, I tried to read when you said, I'm going to read Plato's Republic. I said, well, I'll just read it. And I gave it a great shot. And I thought, this is god awful.
Oh, Plato's terrible. He's horrible.
Well, on the other hand, since then I've read a lot of ancient sort of, writing in terms of translations, and it's very, very by our standards, it's very, 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 very repetitive, and it takes Well, you know how I like to take a long time to get to the point. It's it's very. But I like to think I'm interested by in terms of getting there. But you don't think that. But anyway, uh, uh, but no. So I came to appreciate their style of writing.
I have to work. I have to think clearly in the morning. I'm going to bed.
I'll tell you, until you awaken in a dank sweat at 4:30 in the morning after being up all night, after getting an hour of sleep,
Been there, done that.
and then have
Been there, done that.
yes, and then had to
I've done it.
and then had to actually make life or death decisions. Don't talk to me about I've got to really get to bed right
Yes.
now.
Well, nonetheless, I have to do my job tomorrow.
Well,
adequately,
yes.
and so
Well,
I need to get some sleep to do it.
that's-
I'm going to get off the bed.
That's the whole point. You have to do it, don't you?
Yeah. So
Well,
I'm going to get off
as-
the phone
as
and
did
make sure
I.
I can do it.
Well, if you want me to come down and be with you while you yank that tube, let me know.
I will.
I'm not going to go down there and negotiate that morass of crap down there at Riverside. I don't know how anybody finds their way around. I think they do that liberally to confuse people. And so
I
like
will. I will. I mean,
on the
I'll
principle-
come get your ass.
of confuse a cat,
Yeah, I know. I'll come get your ass if it comes to that. I'll come get your ass.
Well, I'll just bring my scissors. We'll cut that damn tube out.
All right. I'm going to get off the phone now for real.
Well, we
I love you,
will.
Dad. I'll
We
talk to
will.
you soon.
I've done it. I've got power to do that.
I know you do. I'm going to hang up the phone like right now. I will talk to you soon.
Well, say hi to Kelly. Say hi
I
to
will.
Carter.
God bless you.
I wonder if one day he'll rival me in his number of videos and years on YouTube.
He might.
Well, I imagine he will.
God bless you, Dad.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Let's see, we got, good Lord, an hour and 37 minutes.